All right, I'm going to attach it. I'm going to slip and score. You can use your needle tool if you have the jagged metal rib of death with the teeth. That goes a lot smoother or a lot quicker. So I've got my circle here. Use this. You can get a large area pretty quickly. I'm going to brush on some water. If you don't have that, you could use that. Just takes a little longer. We're going to do the same thing to the bottom here. So just score both sides, good surface area, good slip. Make sure it's over top. And just like a little wiggle, downward pressure, not so much that it ruins the form or disjoints it, but just a little bit. You can take your modeling tool or your needle or the end of the brush or your finger. Kind of go around, and I'm doing a little downward pressure to get that seam secured in there. It's easier. Put on my back. Just want to blend the clay together, blend it together, blend it together. Needle tool to cut. I'm going to cut a little outside just so I have a little extra clay to blend into it to make sure that it sticks. Less surface area, dry slower. With that little bit of clay that's overlapping, just kind of blend it up a little bit to make sure that it kind of becomes one piece rather than two pieces. And this just is a little extra clay to go over that seam, make sure it doesn't crack. Notice I've also put it on the bat. The bottom is pretty much stuck to the bat now, but it will detach as it dries. The issue of the moment is making sure the seam is attached, and I can clean it up and trim it a little later. So there you go. But what about the inside? Because you got that whole inside in there. You can do the same thing. Go around the inside on the bottom, take a little bit of that clay you have, roll it into a little coil. Doesn't need to be much. I've already heard this. This is the tricky bit, yeah? So you got this tall mug, you got this little coil, and you want it to go on the inside corner where the wall meets the bottom, and you want it to go right along that little seam. So you can take this, kind of measure out how much you need, and then slowly put it in there, drop it. See it in there somehow? This is where the modeling tool or the toothbrush handle comes in nicely, because that's a long finger, because my finger's not gonna fit through there, but like this can fit down into the bottom and I can blend it. How do I blend it so you can see it? That's the question. So you just use this to position that coil along that bottom seam and just kind of push it in. I overlapped with the slipping and scoring so that I know there's a, no, it should attach well. See that? So this is really like an insurance policy that if I'm not confident in that, this is going to help. And I'm just going around initially to get it placed and stuck, kind of like a coil in a coil pot, and then you go around again to smooth and secure it. So you can see it's kind of in there on the bottom. And my next pass is going to be spread it out a little bit, kind of get it attached. And a paintbrush works really well once it's in there, to go around and smooth all the little dry crusties or little bumps and just kind of circle around until it's a nice smooth rounded part of the cup. That's the bottom. That's how you attach all the seams. More later.